Solving equations with fractions. The method I'll be using for these questions is the exact same method as a previous clip on solving simple equations. The only difference is we will now see fractions in the questions. So I'm going to use my balancing method, and I want to isolate the x, so I need to get the x by itself. Now at this stage it's important to point out that in a fraction the line here means divide. So this means x divided by 3. However, before I do anything with this term here, I'm going to get rid of this plus 1. So the first thing I'm going to do is to get rid of the plus 1, and to do that I subtract 1. And if I subtract 1 from the left hand side, I have to subtract 1 from the right hand side, otherwise the equation will not balance. So plus 1 minus 1 leaves me with nothing, but I have to bring down my x over 3, and 5 minus 1 is 4. So I have x divided by 3 is 4, so I want to times this side by 3 in order to get x by itself, and if I times the left side by 3, I must also times the right hand side by 3. So when I have x divided by 3 times by 3, that will cancel out the divide by 3, so I'm left with x, and 4 times by 3 leaves me with 12. So my answer is x equals 12. So let's look at this question. So we have 5 minus x over 3 equals 1. So once again, I want to get the x by itself. However, before I do anything to this term, I'm going to get rid of this 5 here. Now to do that, I'm going to minus 5 from both sides, which gives me minus x over 3 on the left hand side and minus 4 on the right hand side. Now before we go any further, it's important to remind you that minus x over 3 is the same as x over minus 3. Therefore, I've rewritten minus x over 3 as x over minus 3, as it will make the next step easier. So now I have x divided by minus 3. To get rid of the divide by minus 3, I will times by minus 3. So if I times the left side by minus 3, I have to times the right side by minus 3. So my times by minus 3 cancels out my divide by minus 3, and that leaves me with x, and then on the right hand side that gives me 12. So the answer is x equals 12. Now it's your turn to answer some questions. Pause the video and try these. How did you do? Here are the answers. If you answered any incorrectly, have a look back through the video and then try again.